Hey, it's Aman here. I got a question from somebody in my tech support membership about CRMs, Customer Relationship Management System. And the question was, what CRMs do I recommend people use? And I know I've been asked these questions a number of times over the years, and I've never really recorded a video that really kind of gives a good answer. And I think this answer might vary as time goes on, but I think this answer is very evergreen. It's very relevant, no matter when you're going to listen and pay attention to this video. Because the point about CRMs, I'm not going to here give advice per se on what software to use. I want to take a step back and really define what is a CRM. When somebody comes to me and say, what CRM should I use for my business? My first question is like, why do you need a CRM? Okay, because I've been in business for 3+ years and my CRM elements are minimal really, but there is a CRM aspect of marketing, which I definitely use. But when I think of a CRM or a customer relationship management system software, you got to think about the marketing side and also the sales side. So with the marketing, a CRM really, when you're using some software like System.io or New Zenler or Kajabi, you actually have a CRM inbuilt in that way that you can send marketing emails. You can have email campaigns, you can have newsletters, you could do all these follow-ups, you can have set up different workflows, different automations, drip content, email sequences, all that stuff. So the marketing side of a CRM, that stuff is already inbuilt in most of the tools that I typically recommend, such as System, Zenler, Kajabi. Now, you might be using ConvertKit, you might be using MailerLite, you might be using GetResponse. These are all email marketing platforms. And these tools also, the same thing, they have the marketing side, which is all the email stuff, right? Campaigns, newsletters, and all that. Now, when people say CRM, typically when they say that to me, I'm thinking to myself, you're thinking of a sales pipeline, i.e. somebody enters the initial step of the sales pipeline and they are a lead. And then you have a conversation and then you take note and then you got to follow up. And then you have a process. We actually have to follow up like a sales company, basically, or a sales team. Now, that type of a CRM is a totally different breed for when somebody is asking, what CRM do you recommend, as to whether, what is that CRM? What does that actually look like? Because you have the process of before somebody becomes a customer, which is the stranger to customer process, okay? And then there's the fulfillment section, okay, which is after somebody pays. What is the process after that, okay? And a CRM could kind of include all of these pieces. Now, for example, when I work with somebody who's a real estate agent, typically real estate agents, they need to collect the phone number, they need to call right away the leads, and that's their process. And then after they talk to that lead, they gotta follow up as well. That is a much more traditional CRM where they need the email marketing, they also need the SMS marketing, they also need the sales calls and the follow-up, and all those things. So in that case, they would use something which is much more of a full-fledged CRM for all the parts of a sales pipeline. Those types of softwares are more like Zoho or Salesforce or HubSpot or different tools like that. Go High Level typically is what I would recommend if somebody wants to have an all-in-one. It has a sales pipeline. So that's what you would use if you need that type of a follow-up. Now, for me, as a solopreneur selling information products, digital products, courses, memberships, I'm not getting on a call to sell people that. I don't need to follow up on sales calls. That's just not how my strangers to customers process works. So I don't care about that particular part of the pipeline per se, okay? So I don't worry about any of that. So whenever somebody says to me, what CRM do I use? Well, my CRM is System.io, okay? Now, I will give another aspect here, which is the fulfillment process CRM, because I have a CRM for the follow-up on the sales process. Not the sales process, the fulfillment process. And that's because I have a team that works for me to do tech integrations, to build websites, things along these lines. Now, I can't show you the exact CRM that I have inbuilt, but you can see right here, okay, just pay attention here. I'll just do a little thing for you here. You can see that I've got CRM, and you can see that I have consultation CRM, I've got a done for you pipeline, I've got the landing page challenge, and I've got DCT hosting. So these are 4 different types of pipelines that I have, which are very much a CRM based. Now what I use is Blue project management tool, and that's what I use for the CRM. And you can see here that I have obviously part 1, part 2, part 3. This happens to be my project management tool as well. So this is my project management tool for my video production, which is what you're seeing right here. Videos to edit, videos for me to review, videos that are approved, ready to go up to YouTube, videos that are approved, ready to go to my course area, and so on. I have the same type of process for the actual fulfillment process for my customers. So I'm not showing you that because that's kind of a private, you'll see different customers' names and things along these lines. So that's another side of a CRM that I do have, which is the fulfillment side as well. And also there is a little bit of an aspect where it's a sales process, where when somebody submits a questionnaire to work with me one-on-one, they go to this website, which is aroundfunnels.com/software. And you can see here a free consult, and then there's a whole questionnaire basically. So somebody fills in this questionnaire. This is a software questionnaire process. And then they fill in the information, and then it goes to the pipeline. I do the consultation. Once the consultation is done, it goes to the next step of the pipeline, where I then have a note a week later to follow up to see if they actually paid for something or they didn't, basically, and follow up on them. So I do have a sort of a CRM software that I use, which is Blue Project Management, for this type of thing. But honestly, this is not, I operated this particular funnel for a long time without a CRM at all whatsoever. And it's really not a crucial piece in my business by any means in terms of the sales process. Because really, most of my marketing, the conversion from stranger or lead to a paying customer, is mostly done through my email marketing. So if your business, for example, you're selling a high ticket coaching program, or you are selling and you get 10, 20, 30 appointments per month, or you have a sales team, things along these lines, yes, you would absolutely want to have a CRM that takes care of a lot of those things. But in my case, I really don't have a lot of that. So because I really sell a lot of my stuff through straight sales pages, video sales letters, and webinars, basically. So it's all very much an automated process that doesn't involve a human to check out, okay, where are they on the pipeline? Now, there is also another type of CRMs that people use, which is really my favorite type of CRM, okay? And that CRM is called Messenger. It's honestly my favorite CRM because that CRM, people don't see it as a CRM, but it is a CRM because that is where you really do a lot of your follow-up, okay? So a lot of my sales are actually done through Messenger. So some people could do the same thing and actually do it through Instagram DMs, but I just use Messenger a lot. And there's actually software tools that allow you to create a bit of a CRM using your Messenger. I will do a different tutorial on that once I've got that process a little bit more figured out. But I really haven't needed to use any sort of CRM. It's just if I am ever, let's say, on the go and I want to do a bit of a follow-up on potential customers, I will literally pick up my phone, go to my Messenger, and send a message to potential customers and scroll through my Messenger and see what conversations have I had that didn't result in them being a customer and things along these lines. There's always hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of leads on my Messenger that I could literally follow up, basically. So there you go. That's my answer on what is CRM do I use in my business. So I would say that Blue Project Management is definitely one that I use, but really the one that I use is my email marketing software tools, which is System.io in my case. In other people, it might be Zenler, ConvertKit, ActiveCampaign, and so on. I will also mention that some of these email marketing tools actually have an inbuilt CRM for sales pipeline, like ActiveCampaign, GetResponse, but those typically come at a much higher price point as well. So I've never really used them. I don't necessarily recommend them. And typically just understand that the people that I typically work with are solopreneurs and not like some full-fledged sales team or anything like that. So of course, if you've got a bigger team, go for it, use a proper CRM. And if you're not, you're a solopreneur like me, just get really good with email marketing. It's going to be the best investment for you. And then also learn how to communicate with Messenger as well, because that's another place you're going to make most of your sales from. So that's about it. Thanks a lot for your question. And yeah, if you have any additional questions for me, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And yeah, this is something I'm testing where I answer people's questions and document that in a YouTube video. So then I can use that as a bit of a library for these types of questions. So yeah, if you got additional questions for me, send me an email, contact@aroundbukai.com, or leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks, and I'll speak to you soon.